Hi there, looking forward to seeing you soon in our conversation workshop, in which we look at conversations for purpose and how we can understand them better and work with them better in a very tangible way. Instead of spiraling off and becoming more and more fuzzy, we actually put a conversation map on the floor and we walk on it and get to understand more about the things that are invisible to us all the time but incredibly powerful in the way we talk to get things done. So to make that experience more efficient, I wanted to just give you a brief introduction to the model that we'll be using in those conversations. And that's called the knowledge development pathway. And I want to introduce that to you now. The knowledge development pathway is a map. And we're used to maps providing us with the capability of holding really quite startling amounts of information. When you think about what you've accumulated in your knowledge, when you see that silhouette of the globe and all the meanings you can attach to that. The knowledge development pathway provides a map of purposeful conversations that enables us to orient ourselves to tremendous amounts of information. And that's going to be the foundation of our time together. So, conversations, we have them all the time. Often we're having the sorts of conversations that are about getting something done, conversations with a purpose, with results intended. And the knowledge development pathway is a map of what happens naturally and unconsciously in those conversations. We start with an idea of what we want to get done. We talk and think and talk some more and then some doing, and we get done what we wanted to, more or less. Our conversations have a start and an end point, and the original idea keeps pulling us towards our end point. We could call the idea a goal, a purpose, an outcome. I use the word mission to cover a broad range of contexts. The thing about our ideas is as we keep talking, thinking and doing, our idea becomes more concrete. What started as a thought becomes a thing, a document, a book, a mechanism, a machine. We move from the world of thoughts and ideas and become more concrete and grounded as we get closer to our mission. So we show that by starting with the line up in the air and with it ending nearer the ground. The next thing we notice is that our talking and thinking has fairly distinct phases as we move towards getting more concrete. When we start talking, we are imagining, dreaming, bouncing ideas off each other, thinking about what's important to us. And at some point, there's a sense of being on the same page and being clear about what we want. At that time, we can begin to move to a place where we talk about how we will do that. And we consider the different ways we could go about it, accepting and rejecting different options. Once we've decided how we're going to do it, we get on and do it. So there seems to be these three naturally occurring parts of the conversation. To get to where we know what we want, we think about what's important to us. Things like our values, what we can imagine is possible, what we like and what we don't like, what's negotiable and what's not, just to name a few features. And we call that part of the conversation scope. We come up with an idea of what it is that we want, what we require, and that points us to the next conversation. Because we start talking and thinking about how to go about it. We become more solution focused, considering and rejecting possible options and deciding on what will fit not just our requirements, but also our endpoint, our mission that we want to do in the world. And we call that part of the conversation generate. One of the forms of generate that's prominent in business conversations at the present time is build. Is design. But there are also methods that are more emergent. And when we know how we are going to go ahead, we end up with some form of specifications, something that's telling us what's okay to do and what's right to get done in pursuit of our mission. And that allows us to participate in the conversations of build. Now the world of Gantt charts, of lists and matrices, and the clock ticking closes in around us as we get close to delivering on our purpose. And in the best circumstances, we have an opportunity to correct, to learn, and to evaluate what we have done. So that's the knowledge development pathway in a nutshell. And that's the architecture that you'll see reflected on the map that we walk on. And I look forward to sharing a profitable experience with you as we learn together about possibilities with the conversation workshop.